I woke up 10 minutes later than I probably should have. The coffee maker took its time. The toast came out a little burnt. I thought the day was starting the same way every week begins. A little rushed, a little messy, a little behind. But when I stepped outside, the sky was clear. The kind of blue that only shows up after rain. The air felt lighter than yesterday, and somehow, so did I. The crosswalk changed to green before I even reached the corner. One green light, then another, like the city was quietly helping. All the green lights today, every turn arriving at the right time. The bus pulled up, the coffee stayed warm. Nothing amazing happened, but everything went right. All the green lights today, the whole morning moving easy. And for the first time in a while, I stopped looking for problems. The bakery still had my favorite bread, even though I got there late. The woman at the counter smiled and remembered my order. A song I liked came on at exactly the part I love. The table by the window opened just before I walked inside. Outside, a dog chased a leaf like it owed him money. A little kid rode past on a bicycle far too big. An old man watered flowers outside his apartment building, and every tiny thing seemed worth noticing. Nothing was perfect, but nothing needed to be. All the green lights today, every turn arriving at the right time. The bus pulled up, the coffee stayed warm. Nothing amazing happened, but everything went right. All the green lights today, the whole morning moving easy. And for the first time in a while, I stopped looking for problems. Around noon, the sidewalks filled up, people carrying flowers, shopping bags, paper bags. Someone sat outside a cafe reading the same page for 20 minutes. Someone laughed into a phone call like they had good news. The sunlight bounced off windows and painted bright shapes on the pavement. I took the long route home, not because I had time, because I wanted to. There was no finish line waiting, no reason to hurry. Just a good day, happening slowly. Maybe luck isn't winning something. Maybe luck looks like this: a free table, a short line, a familiar song, a good cup of coffee, a walk that lasts longer than expected. Maybe that's enough. All the green lights today, every turn arriving at the right time. The bus pulled up, the coffee stayed warm. Nothing amazing happened, but everything went right. All the green lights today, the whole morning moving easy. And somewhere between breakfast and the walk back home, I realized this might be the best part. Not the destination, not the plan, just the day itself. All the green lights today, and I hope tomorrow borrows a little from it. One green light, then another, then another. All the green lights today. The bakery opened early today. I saw the lights before the sky turned blue. woman in an apron flipped the sign around like she'd done 1,000 mornings before. The air still carried yesterday's rain, but the sidewalks were already dry, and a delivery truck rolled slowly past, and somebody waved from the driver's seat. The city wasn't fully awake, just a few dog walkers and cyclists, a man with a newspaper under his arm trying not to spill his coffee. I wasn't headed anywhere important, didn't have a list of things to do, just felt like getting outside before the weekend disappeared. The trees were moving in the breeze, the traffic lights changed for nobody, and somehow everything felt lighter than it did 5 days ago. The bakery opened early today, and so did something in me. Maybe it was the smell of bread, maybe it was finally sleeping in. The bakery opened early today, the windows filled with golden light, and for a little while the world seemed to be doing alright. I found a seat beside the window, the kind that catches morning sun. The table had a scratch across it like somebody left a story there. A little girl pointed at pastries, trying to choose between two things. Her father laughed and bought them both like it wasn't worth the argument. A couple shared a crossword puzzle, trading guesses back and forth. Someone sat alone with headphones, nodding gently to a song. Nobody looked like they were rushing, nobody checked the time too much. It felt like everyone agreed to leave the week behind. The coffee cooled beside my hand, the playlist drifted through the room, and every ordinary moment seemed worth paying attention to. The bakery opened early today, and so did something in me. Maybe it was the smell of bread, maybe it was finally sleeping in. The bakery opened early today, the windows filled with golden light, and for a little while the world seemed to be doing alright. Around 11 people gathered at the outdoor tables near the door, friends who hadn't met in months, picking up where they left off. Someone talked about a new apartment, someone talked about a trip, someone laughed so hard at something coffee nearly hit the floor. The clouds had disappeared completely, the sky looked freshly painted blue, even the pigeons seemed relaxed, wandering through the square. I thought about the coming Monday, emails waiting somewhere far away, but they felt small and distant, like they belonged to somebody else. For now there was fresh bread, sunlight on the pavement, a slow morning, and nowhere I needed to be. Maybe happiness isn't dramatic, maybe it barely makes the news. Maybe it's just finding the morning that arrives exactly when you need it. A quiet table, a warm cup, a familiar street, a little luck. Maybe that's enough. The bakery opened early today, and so did something in me. Maybe it was the smell of bread, maybe it was finally sleeping in. The bakery opened early today, the windows filled with golden light, and for a little while the world seemed to be doing alright. The bakery opened early today, people came and people went, but the feeling stayed a little longer than I expected it would. Bakery opened early today, and I think I remember why. Some weekends don't need a reason, they just arrive and make you smile. The bakery opened early today. The bakery opened early today, and somehow that was enough. The bookstore smelled like summer before I even opened up a page. The doorbell rang behind me, and a little breeze followed me inside. The air conditioner hummed sound softly, like it had just woken up to a stack of novels near the entrance, leaned slightly to one side. Someone had written staff pics on small handwritten cards. Most of them said things like, made me miss somebody, or read this on a rainy weekend. The kind of recommendations you trust more than advertisements. I wasn't looking for anything, that's probably why I found something. Sunlight stretched across the floorboards, one shelf at a time, like the morning was slowly browsing too. The bookstore smelled like summer, paper and sunlight everywhere. The kind of place that makes you stay longer than you planned. The bookstore smelled like summer, and somehow that was enough to make an ordinary Saturday feel a little different. Near the travel section, a woman flipped her guidebooks, not really reading, just imagining. A kid sat cross-legged in the corner by the comics, completely unaware of how much time had passed. An old man carried 3 books and looked very pleased about it, like he'd already started reading them in his head. Outside the windows, the city kept moving. Buses arriving, people crossing streets, but inside everything seemed slower in the best possible way. Nobody rushed, nobody whispered, nobody needed the day to be anything else. The bookstore smelled like summer, paper and sunlight everywhere. The kind of place that makes you stay longer than you planned. The bookstore smelled like summer, and somehow that was enough to make an ordinary Saturday feel a little different. I found a book I didn't expect, tucked between 2 others. The cover was faded, the pages slightly yellow, the kind of book someone probably loved once, then passed along. I sat near the window and read the first few pages just to make sure, but by page 10 I already knew I wasn't leaving without it. Outside, a bicycle rolled past slowly, a dog slept in the shade. The cafe next door opened its windows, and the smell of coffee drifted inside, mixing with paper and sunlight and quiet. Maybe that's why I like bookstores, not because of what I buy, because of how they make time feel a little wider, a little slower, a little kinder than usual. The bookstore smelled like summer, paper and sunlight everywhere. The kind of place that makes you stay longer than you planned. The bookstore smelled like summer, and somehow that was enough to make an ordinary Saturday feel a little different. The bookstore smelled like summer, and when I finally walked outside, the day felt brighter, not because it changed, because I had just a little. The bookstore smelled like summer, and I think I'll come back next weekend. You say we should probably head back now. I nodded, but I slowed right down. There was a little street beside the park. Neither of us mentioned where it went.
The clouds were white, the air was warm. Someone was watering flowers on a porch. We could have crossed the road and gone straight home, but somehow we kept moving on.
A couple blocks became a few
became another view.
Funny how the smallest choice
Can change the whole afternoon. We missed the turn on purpose, didn't even need a reason.
The sun was hanging over rooftops,
like it wasn't leaving. We laughed about nothing,
and somehow that was enough.
the city felt smaller,
The day felt
longer every we did.
There was a bookstore by the station neither one of us had seen before. A yellow bike against a brick wall and a dog asleep beside the door.
We stopped for water, stayed for 20, talked about places we'd never been.
The map inside my pocket said one thing, but we followed where the moment led.
One more block, one more street, one more place we'd never meet if we'd chosen the faster way back to everything. We missed the turn on purpose, didn't even need a reason.
The sun was hanging over rooftops
like it wasn't leaving. We laughed about nothing,
and somehow that was enough.
the city felt smaller,
The day felt longer.
every corner gave us something. We missed the turn on purpose, and I'm really glad we did.
Maybe some days aren't supposed to hurry.
Maybe some roads don't need a plan.
Maybe the best parts of a weekend
Are the ones we never understand.
the coffee stains,
Traffic light
a photograph,
that came out right.
nothing special from far away.
Everything special today. We missed the turn on purpose long after we knew the way.
The shadows stretched across the pavement.
But neither of us changed.
The evening started slowly.
The streetlights joined the view. We missed the turn on purpose just to spend more time with you. We missed the turn on purpose, and I'd do it again with you.
Somebody brought flowers on the bus, a huge bundle wrapped in brown paper. They barely fit through the doorway and brushed against the ticket machine. The driver smiled for half a second before focusing back on the road. And somehow everybody noticed without making it obvious. The woman holding them looked nervous, checking her phone every few minutes, fixing the ribbon on the bouquet like she wanted everything perfect. Outside the city was waking slowly, corner cafes lifting their shutters, people carrying breakfast home, and dogs leading their owners around. I didn't know where she was going, but suddenly I wanted to know. Funny how a stranger's story can become part of your morning without a single word. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and somehow the whole ride changed. The windows looked a little brighter, the city felt a little softer. For 20 quiet minutes, everyone shared the same small mystery. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and nobody completely ignored it. At the next stop, an old man entered, carrying a newspaper and oranges. He glanced at the flowers once, then smiled to himself. A student with oversized headphones looked up from her screen and watched the bouquet sway gently every time the bus turned near the back. Two kids started guessing. Birthday? No. Wedding? No. Maybe somebody said sorry. The mother laughed and told them not to stare, but she looked to the bouquet, kept catching sunlight every time we passed a gap in the building's yellow flowers, white flowers, a few pink ones I couldn't name, turning an ordinary bus ride into something worth remembering. Nobody knew the answer, and maybe that was the best part. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and somehow the whole ride changed. The windows looked a little brighter, the city felt a little softer. For 20 quiet minutes, everyone shared the same small mystery. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and nobody completely ignored it. A few stops later, she stood up, carefully holding the bouquet. The bus slowed near a small station, beside a bakery and a flower shop. She stepped onto the sidewalk, looked around once, then waved, nodded us at somebody waiting. A man holding 2 coffees, standing beside a bicycle. The kind of smile people make when they've been looking forward to a moment longer than they admit. The doors closed, the bus moved on, and everybody lost interest at exactly the same time, like a movie ending without credits. The strange thing is, I never saw their conversation, never heard a single word, but somehow the rest of the morning felt lighter. Maybe happiness works like that. Sometimes you don't need to own it to feel a little of it. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and somehow the whole ride changed. The windows looked a little brighter, the city felt a little softer. For 20 quiet minutes, everyone shared the same small mystery. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and nobody completely ignored it. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and long after they got off, the feeling stayed like sunlight on a sea after somebody leaves. Somebody brought flowers on the bus, and that was enough for a very good Saturday.
We said we'd leave around 11. That was the plan when we walked in. Just 1 cup and a little ketchup before the rest of the day began. The table near the window was open. The sunlight landed perfectly there. Outside people wandered slowly, like nobody had somewhere urgent to be. The menu stayed untouched for minutes while we talked about everything else. The strange jobs we almost took, the cities we almost moved to. The song I hadn't heard in years started playing through the speakers, and somehow that opened the door to stories we'd forgotten about. The coffee was already half gone. The conversation wasn't even close to finding a place to stop. We ordered another coffee anyway, even though we didn't need it. Another hour slipped quietly past, and neither of us tried to stop it. The sunlight moved across the table, the city carried on outside. But right there in that little cafe, time seemed happy to slow down. We ordered another coffee anyway, and honestly, I'm glad we did. A man walked in, carrying flowers, a little crooked from the wind. The barista smiled and asked if it was somebody's birthday. A couple shared the last pastry without discussing who got more. A dog asleep beside the counter didn't seem worried about anything. The room kept filling up, but somehow never felt crowded. Everyone had their own little story, taking place at different tables. You laughed at something small, and the people next to us smiled too. That's the funny thing about good moods, sometimes they spread without permission. The cups were empty once again. The afternoon was getting closer, but nobody mentioned leaving. We ordered another coffee anyway, even though we didn't need it. Another hour slipped quietly past, and neither of us tried to stop it. The sunlight moved across the table, the city carried on outside. But right there in that little cafe, time seemed happy to slow down. We ordered another coffee anyway, and honestly, I'm glad we did. Outside the bookstore open, people wandered in one by one. A bicycle leaned against the wall, waiting patiently in the shade. The clouds drifted lazily, like they had nowhere to be. The kind of sky that makes you think maybe today can stay like this. We talked about future plans, and somehow ended up discussing old apartments, lost phone numbers, terrible haircuts, and first paychecks. The conversation moved the way weekends should, without a map, without a deadline, without a reason. Some mornings aren't unforgettable because something happened. Some mornings stay with you because nothing needed to. No big announcement, no dramatic moment, just a table, 2 chairs, a little sunlight, and enough time. We ordered another coffee anyway, even though we didn't need it. Another hour slipped quietly past, and neither of us tried to stop it. The sunlight moved across the table, the city carried on outside. But right there in that little cafe, time seemed happy to slow down. We ordered another coffee anyway. 1 became 2, 2 became 3, and suddenly the afternoon arrived. We ordered another coffee anyway, and maybe that's the secret. Sometimes the best part of a weekend is staying a little longer. The cups were empty, the conversation wasn't. We ordered another coffee anyway.
Two cups on the counter, one for you, one for me. That's all I need to do to make a Saturday feel like it's ours. No plans till noon, we own these early hours. You're still half asleep on the couch with a blanket that's become your permanent slouch position. And honestly, it's a look I'd take over anything out of a book. I make yours the way you said you like, which took me 3 months to get right. You're still not sure I've held it, but you drink it without saying anything, which I think is the highest form of approval. Just the quiet 2 cups Saturday morning, I'll buy it. Something about this morning, just the 2 of us in the light. 2 cups on the counter, and everything's alright. 2 cups Saturday morning, that's the whole thing, that's the whole thing. 2 cups, nothing more, this is what I was looking for. 2 cups, you and me, the ordinary kind of happy. 2 cups, yeah. We watched a video about a town in Portugal we'll probably never get to now, but talked about it anyway for an hour, like we were planning, like we had the power of the next 3 years. Decided over coffee, you said maybe in the fall, I said softly maybe yeah, and neither of us meant it, but the wanting was real and we spent it good, like currency that doesn't deplete, just from being used, just from the sweet act of dreaming over 2 cups on a Saturday. That's worth more than any getaway. The planning that leads nowhere is still ours. 2 cups Saturday, these are good hours. 2 cups Saturday morning, that's the whole thing, that's the whole thing. 2 cups, nothing more, this is what I was looking for. 2 cups, you and me, the ordinary kind of happy. 2 cups, yeah. I used to think that happiness was loud, that it came with occasion and a crowd, and the feeling that you made it somewhere new, that you'd earned it. Turns out that's not true, or not completely. Sometimes it's just this 2 cups, a couch, the morning light, a bliss that doesn't ask for anything at all, just for you to notice before it's fall, before the weekend ends and the week begins, before the ordinary slips back in. I notice it, you on the couch, the cup, the Saturday that started when we woke up. 2 cups and nothing missing, nothing more. This is exactly what I woke up for. 1 for you, That's all the morning needs to be. Nothing extra, nothing loud. 2 cups and a little cloud of steam. Yeah. 2 cups Saturday morning. That's the whole thing, that's the whole thing. 2 cups, nothing more. This is what I was looking for. 2 cups, you and me, the ordinary kind of happy. 2 cups, 2 cups, 2 cups, 2 cups. Wiping the sleep from my heavy eyes, watching the silver morning rise. The world outside is a silent stage, turning over a brand new page. No keys to find, no train to catch, just a quiet moment no money can match. The steam from the tea makes a cloudy ring. I can hear the backyard robin sing, a simple melody, clear and sweet. As the cold in the morning shadows meet, I take a step out on the wooden floor, leaving the ghost of the week at the door. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be alive, to let the weary spirit thrive. Nothing to prove and nothing to lose, just walking in my favorite shoes, underneath the golden morning sun. The weekend journey has just begun. On the lawn as a shiny coat, floating along like a paper boat in the gentle stream of the morning breeze, rustling through the old pine trees. I find my peace in the smallest things, in the quiet joy that the morning brings. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be alive, to let the weary spirit thrive. Nothing to prove and nothing to lose, just walking in my favorite shoes, underneath the golden morning sun. The weekend journey has just begun. We spend our lives in a constant rush, but the weekend comes with a holy hush. So breathe it in, let it fill your soul. Let the quiet spaces make you whole. Nothing to prove and nothing to lose, just walking in my favorite shoes, underneath the golden morning sun. The weekend journey has just begun. The journey has begun. Golden morning sun. So bright. washed away by a light evergreen. I can feel the pulse of a brand new start, beating right here in the center of my heart. The engine is humming, the tank is full, breaking away from the gravity pull of the desk and the screen and the weekly grind, leaving the heavy baggage behind. Just a pair of sunglasses and an open road, lightening up the heavy load. Oh, we're chasing the sun on a Saturday ride, with the wind and the freedom right by our side. The music is loud and the spirits are high, underneath the endless blue summer sky. Yeah, we're breaking away, feeling so free. This is exactly where I wanna be. The fields are passing in a blur of green, the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. A small town cafe with an open door, steps leading down to a sandy shore. We've got no maps and we've got no plan, just driving as far and as fast as we can. Oh, we're chasing the sun on a Saturday ride, with the wind and the freedom right by our side. The music is loud and the spirits are high, underneath the endless blue summer sky. Yeah, we're breaking away, feeling so free. This is exactly where I wanna be. Sometimes you gotta get lost to get found, to lift your feet right off the ground. So push the pedal, let the good times roll, let the fresh air wash your tired soul. Oh, oh. Oh, we're chasing the sun on a Saturday ride, with the wind and the freedom right by our side. The music is loud and the spirits are high, underneath the endless blue summer sky. Yeah, we're breaking away, feeling so free. This is exactly where I wanna be. Exactly where I wanna be. Chasing the sun, yeah. Saturday morning, 8 o'clock sharp, the farmer's market does something to my heart that I can't fully explain without sounding like a person who loves farmers markets, which I am fully. No apology, the tent's going up, the chronology of vendors arriving in the same order, week after week. The baker at the border of the east entrance, the flower people next to each other every time. The sequel to last Saturday's version of this world, the same but slightly different, unfurled again for anyone who showed up. Farmers market Saturday, fill the cup. Something about the tent, something about the bread, something about a Saturday that gets you out of bed. A farmers market fun, something good, something I didn't know I needed but I should've. The farmers market fun, every week, the ordinary miracle of just taking a peek. The farmers market Saturday, the best kind of errand, I'd say. Farmers market fun, yeah. I found found a jar of honey with the name. I never heard the guy explain the same way. He probably explained it 40 times that morning. Still patient, still the rhymes of a person who loves the thing they made. I bought 2 jars, price wasn't afraid to be what it was. I paid it. Some things are worth it, I said it. Then found the vegetable I always buy from the woman who remembers that I like the smaller one she'd set aside. A bunch already, I almost cried. Which says more about my week than the veg. Farmer's market fine, pull me off the edge. Farmer's market fine, something good, something I didn't know I needed, but I should've. Farmer's market fine, every week the ordinary miracle of just taking a peek. Farmer's market Saturday, the best kind of errand, I'd say. Farmer's market fine. Yeah, stayed longer than I meant to, as usual. Ran into someone from the peripheral edge of my life. We talked for 20 minutes about nothing, said we'd plenty more to catch up on. Made vague plans that might happen. Shook hands or hugs, I don't remember now, but it was warm, which is somehow the whole point of Saturday morning. The accidental warmth, no warning, no agenda, just the showing up. Farmer's market Saturday fills the cup of something I didn't know was low until I was walking home, taking it slow. What'd you find? Something good. What'd you buy? More than I should. Was it worth it? Every time. Saturday morning, feeling fine. Farmer's market, yeah. Farmer's market fine, something good, something I didn't know I needed, but I should've. Farmer's market fine, every week the ordinary miracle of just taking a peek. Farmer's market Saturday, the best kind of errand, I'd say. Farmer's market fine. Oh, Farmer's market fine. Yeah. Went to grab my jacket out of habit. Stood there with it in my hand and had it dawn on me, I don't need this today. Probably the best thing anyone can say on a Saturday morning, honestly. Put it back, walked out considerably lighter in the literal sense. No jacket, no layer, no defense against the cold that isn't there. Just me and the morning open air, and the specific feeling of a warm weekend that comes around and then it comes again. But every time it lands like it's the first. No jacket needed, that's the best.
No jacket needed.
Walk outside, let the morning air be the only guide.
No jacket needed.
Arms out wide, the kind of Saturday you carry inside.
No jacket needed.
Feel that. The street had that just washed. Look it gets after a night of rain, no regrets for the weather yesterday. It's set up today, the puddles catching the let up of clouds, the sky doing the thing where it's too blue to be anything but deliberate. I walked slower, looked up more, felt generally older in the good way. Beat the wear way, the notice in the world on a Saturday way. Got a coffee from the place on the corner. The guy remembered my order, which meant more than it probably should. No jacket morning in the neighborhood.
No jacket needed.
Walk outside, let the morning air be the only guide.
No jacket needed.
Arms out wide, the kind of Saturday you carry inside.
No jacket needed.
Feel that, I walked for about 40 minutes with no destination, just the neighborhood and its accumulated details. The dog that always barks, then wags, the building with the marks from something that happened years ago. The bakery that I always mean to go into but never do. I went today, no jacket, no rush, no reason to weigh the decision against the time it takes. Just went in, got the thing, no mistake. Stood outside and ate it on the step. No jacket needed and no regret. This is what a Saturday is supposed to be. Arm out, face up, just free. Jacket needed. No jacket needed. Weekday breakfast is a negotiation between the time I have and my frustration with the time I have toast. Maybe if I'm lucky, grab the bag out the door slightly scrappy. But Saturday breakfast is a different document. I pull out the pen like it's an argument for taking my time, for doing it right, for the version of cooking that doesn't fight with the clock. I got the whole morning, no meeting at 9, no calendar warning, just the stove and the eggs and the bread and whatever's in the fridge that I said I'd use this weekend, and I actually will. Long breakfast Saturday, standing still. Something about cooking slowly, something about no rush, something about a Saturday where nothing is too much. Long breakfast, take the time, cook the thing you actually had in mind. Long breakfast, no shortcuts, the weekend version all the way, no cuts. Long breakfast, Saturday, the meal that makes the whole week okay. Long breakfast, yeah. I made the kind of eggs that have a name from a country I mispronounce the same way every time, confidently wrong. Cooking to a loosely related song. 3 pans going, which is one too many, but I committed, so I used every count of space available, and some that technically belong to someone else's side of the kitchen. Sorry, but the eggs required the full story of the stove today, and when they came out, slid onto the plate with the toast, no doubt perfectly placed. I stood back and looked. Long breakfast Saturday actually cooked. Long breakfast, take the time, cook the thing you actually had in mind. Long breakfast, no shortcuts, the weekend version all the way, no cuts. Long breakfast Saturday, the meal that makes the whole week okay. Long breakfast, yeah. Here's the thing about the long breakfast ritual. It's not about the food, it's not habitual. It's about the choosing to be present for the hour, for the ordinary pleasant act of feeding yourself like you matter, which sounds small until the daily scatter of the week has left you hollow by Friday, and Saturday morning is your one tryout at being good to the version of you that got through everything that's due. A proper meal, a slow cup, a warm plate. Long breakfast Saturday, never too late. Long breakfast, take your time. Long breakfast, you're doing fine. Long breakfast Saturday. Long breakfast, take the time, cook the thing you actually had in mind. Long breakfast, no shortcuts, the weekend version all the way, no cuts. Long breakfast Saturday, the meal that makes the whole week okay. Long breakfast, yeah. The ceiling first, then the light on the wall, then the sound of the street, nothing urgent at all. I mapped the morning with my eyes still closed, counted the things that nobody knows about this hour, the specific way of a Saturday that doesn't have a gate or a time you're supposed to walk through. Just the morning open and you. I stayed a little longer than I needed to, which is the point, that's the whole breakthrough of a week and the permission and the light to be exactly where you were last night. But less heavy, more okay, more here. Saturday morning, the best time of year. Soft landing, Saturday, the kind of morning made for staying. Soft landing, take your time. Everything that's yours is still yours, you're fine. Soft landing, yeah. Made it to the kitchen around 9. Drew the curtain back along the line of sunlight that had moved across the floor. I tracked it like I'd never seen before. How the light comes in at a different angle on a Saturday, less sharp, less tangential, more like it's got somewhere to be, but isn't rushing, kinda like me. Put the kettle on, stood there a while, did nothing in particular and smiled. And nothing in particular, just the warm, ordinary miracle of a Saturday form, taking shape around the coffee cup. Soft landing, morning waking up. Soft landing, Saturday, the kind of morning made for staying. Soft landing, take your time. Everything that's yours is still yours, you're fine. Soft landing. I've had mornings that came in too fast, where the week didn't know how to be passed, until Tuesday was already here again. But this one took its time and then gave me back the hour I've been missing, the one I trade the whole week for just existing, without the doing being the point. Just the morning light on the window joint, the coffee cooling, the silence warm, the Saturday finding its form around me, not demanding anything, just offering the morning like a soft landing. Soft landing, Saturday, the kind of morning made for staying. Soft landing, take your time. Everything that's yours is still yours, you're fine. Soft landing, soft landing. Every Saturday morning, soft landing. Floating on a cloud made of cotton sheets, distant echo of the morning streets. The world is moving, but I'm standing still, letting the sunlight softly spill over my blanket, over my face. Time is a ghost in this cozy space. A soft guitar, lofi loop in my ear, melting away every single fear. The shadows along in the air is deep. I'm half awake and
golden mist. Oh, we're sailing away on a daydream boat, watching the worries of yesterday float into the ether, into the blue. Everything's fresh and everything's new. Yeah, we're living on cloud number 9, where the morning light is a sweet design. Let the clock spin, let the days pass. We're safe inside of this looking glass. A little bit of peace is a beautiful thing. Listen to the silence start to sing. Oh, we're sailing away on a daydream boat, watching the worries of yesterday float into the ether, into the blue. Everything's fresh and everything's new. Yeah, we're living on cloud number 9, where the morning light is a sweet design. Cloud number 9, sailing away. So warm.
The scent of vanilla is filling the room, chasing away the weekday gloom. You're still asleep in my oversized shirt while I'm mixing the batter alert. The maple syrup is waiting on the shelf. I'm humming a love song to myself. The butter is sizzling a golden glow. The kitchen radio is playing slow. I glance at the bed and I see you smile. Even in your dreams you've been there a while. The best part of Saturday, I confess, is seeing you in your morning mess. The kettle starts to whistle a heavy tune. We don't have to leave this kitchen till noon. Sweet waffles on a morning plate. We don't care if we're running late. Got a little honey and a whole lot of love underneath the blue sky up above. Yeah, the weekend tastes so sweet and fine, as long as your hand is holding mine. You open your eyes with a sleepy blink, the cutest thing in the world, I think. You take a sip from my coffee cup, saying it's too early to be up. But then you smell the breakfast on the table, and you smile as wide as you are able. The kettle starts to whistle a happy tune. We don't have to leave this kitchen till noon. Sweet waffles on a morning plate. We don't care if we're running late. Got a little honey and a whole lot of love underneath the blue sky up above. Yeah, the weekend tastes so sweet and fine, as long as your hand is holding mine. Every single day of the busy week is just a long road to the peace we seek. And now we're here
Sunlight slicing through the window blind, leaving the city noise far behind. The coffee dripper is taking its time, matching the radio's distant chime. I've got a pocket full of empty hours and a small bouquet of weekend flowers. The concrete jungle is looking sweet, no rushing footsteps on the street, just an old bicycle rolling slow, nowhere in particular to go. I'm taking a detour through the park, gonna stay outside until the dark. And the rhythm of the city is changing tone, slowing down to a breeze of its own. We're cruising on a Sunday wave, saving the dreams that we wanna save. Light electric keys in the air, shaking off every single care. The weekend's got that magic touch, we don't need to do too much. Sitting on a bench with a book in hand, watching the shadows sketch the land. A sip of cold brew, a deep exhale, living inside of a peaceful tale. No deadlines knocking on my brain, just a sunny day on a quiet lane. And the rhythm of the city is changing tone, slowing down to a breeze of its own. We're cruising on a Sunday way, saving the dreams that we wanna save. Light electric keys in the air, shaking off every single care. The weekend's got that magic touch, we don't need to do too much. Tomorrow can worry about its own line, but right now the city belongs to time. Let the melody drift, let the record spin. This is the state that I wanna be in. We're cruising on a Sunday wave, saving the dreams that we wanna save. Light electric keys in the air, shaking off every single care. The weekend's got that magic touch, we don't need to do too much. On a Sunday wave, magic touch, keep it light. I was supposed to head straight home, that's what I told myself at noon. The groceries fit in one small bag, the weather gave me no excuse. The quickest route was 2 blocks over, past the pharmacy and bank. But something about the afternoon made me miss that turn on purpose. The flower stand was still outside, buckets lined along the sidewalk. A little boy kept smelling roses like he couldn't quite believe them. The woman running the stand laughed and handed him one for free. He held
held it like a treasure map all the way across the street. Nothing important happened, and somehow that made it important. The long way home was better than getting there on time. Another street, another corner, another reason not to rush. The long way home was better. The sunshine stayed a little longer, and every step felt lighter than it had all week. I passed the bookstore near the station, the one with uneven wooden floors. A handwritten sign outside the door, recommended books nobody asked for. Inside, a man flipped through a novel without turning many pages, like he was enjoying the possibility more than the ending. Further down, a cafe opened all its windows. The smell of coffee drifted out and mixed with fresh bread from next door. A couple shared a tiny table, barely large enough for 2 drinks, yet somehow looked completely comfortable staying there all afternoon. I kept walking slow enough to notice things, fast enough to feel like I was going somewhere. The city sounded different today, less like noise, more like company. The long way home was better than getting there on time. Another street, another corner, another reason not to rush. The long way home was better. The sunshine stayed a little longer, and every step felt lighter than it had all week. Near the river path, a man played guitar, not for money, not for attention, just because the day felt right. 2 cyclists stopped to listen. A dog settled into the grass. Someone sitting on a nearby bench started humming along. Nobody planned that moment, nobody organized it, but for a minute, complete strangers occupied the same small piece of afternoon. And that felt rare, the kind of thing you don't photograph, because you're too busy being there. I thought about tomorrow, the alarms, the schedules, the unread messages waiting somewhere ahead. But they could wait just a little longer. The afternoon wasn't finished yet, neither was I. The long way home was better than getting there on time. Another street, another corner, another reason not to rush. The long way home was better. The sunshine stayed a little longer, and every step felt lighter than it had all week. The long way home was better because nothing was demanding anything. No deadlines, no plans, no expectations, just a quiet neighborhood, a good pair of shoes, and enough daylight left to keep walking. I finally made it home a little later than expected, and honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. I got the seat beside the window before the cafe filled with noise. The chair was still a little warm, like somebody had just left. Outside, a cyclist crossed the street, balancing coffee with one hand. A dog stopped walking halfway home just to sit in a patch of sun. The bakery across the road had people lined up near the door, and every few minutes somebody left carrying more than they came for. The barista called out names, one after another like a rhythm, and somehow that ordinary sound felt better than the radio. Nothing exciting was happening, and maybe that's the point. Some mornings don't need fireworks to feel worth remembering. Weekend window seat, coffee cooling way too little pieces of life move gently down below. Weekend window seat, sunlight dancing on the floor. Nowhere else I need to be, nothing I am rushing for. Weekend window seat, the whole city passing by, and somehow sitting still feels exactly right. A student opened 3 notebooks, spread them out across the table, then spent 20 minutes staring out the window instead. A man in running shoes came in, ordered water and a muffin, checked his watch 100 times, then finally put it away. 2 friends laughed in the corner about a story from high school. One of them told it badly, the other one didn't care. Near the register, a little girl asked if croissants counted as breakfast. Her mother said they always do. The coffee lost its steam, the playlist changed again, and still nobody seemed interested in leaving anytime soon. Weekend window seat, coffee cooling way too slow, watching little pieces of life move gently down below. Weekend window seat, sunlight dancing on the floor. Nowhere else I need to be, nothing I am rushing for. Weekend window seat, the whole city passing by, and somehow sitting still feels exactly right. By noon the place was crowded, every table finally taken, people holding shopping bags, fresh flowers and paper bags. The sunlight shifted slowly across the wooden floor, landing on different faces every 15 minutes or so. I thought about the coming week, meetings and unfinished plans, but they felt very far away behind the cafe glass. For now there was coffee, a comfortable chair, and enough time to notice things. The old couple sharing cake, the dog sleeping near the door, the waiter humming quietly while wiping down the counter. Maybe peace is smaller than people make it sound. Maybe it looks like a Saturday morning. Maybe it smells like coffee and warm bread. Maybe it arrives without announcing itself. Maybe it's already here. Weekend window seat, coffee cooling way too slow, watching little pieces of life move gently down below. Weekend window seat, sunlight dancing on the floor. Nowhere else I need to be, nothing I am rushing for. Weekend window seat, the whole city passing by, and somehow sitting still feels exactly right. Weekend window seat, I'll probably come back again to the same chair, the same window, the same feeling. And honestly, I hope nothing changes. Weekend window seat, weekend window seat, just one more coffee before I go. Open the window first thing before the coffee, before the phone, before the list is probably waiting on the counter from last week. The air came in like it had something to speak about. We're clean, slightly cool, the kind that resets something at the back of the mind. You didn't know was set to the wrong thing until the window opened in the morning. Rewrote the whole room in about 4 seconds. The curtain moved, the light shifted, beckoned me into the day without a single word. Just the air in the distance, something heard from outside. A car, a bird, a door. Open window season out, forgotten what it's for. Open window
window season.
Let it in, the kind of morning that resets your skin.
Open window season.
Fresh start, cold air in the kitchen, warm in the heart.
Open window season. Weekend morning. Open window season.
Yeah. There's a week in spring and a week in fall when the temperature is perfect. That's all you need to know about why I opened it today. The window and just stood in it for a minute. Arms on the sill looking out at nothing in particular, no doubt. No agenda, just a Saturday street. Before it fills up, still a little incomplete. Of people and the noise and of the day. I watched the neighbor walk by with a tray of coffee, probably for the couple. Upstairs, small stories in the bubble of the morning, each one going its own way. Open window season, Saturday.
Open window season.
Let it in, the kind of morning that resets your skin.
Open window season.
Fresh start, cold air in the kitchen, warm in the heart.
Open window season. Weekend morning. Open window season.
Yeah. I've been working on the thing I don't talk about, the quiet version of the in-between, no doubt. Clarifying like the air that's coming through the window that I opened before you awoke. The room smells different now, less like last week, more like somehow the version that I meant to be this month. Open window, let it in. The stunts that seasons pull on you the way the air in spring says try again and fall says there you are, and summer says you're doing fine, and winter says just rest. Every sign from the window, if you open it first. Open window season quenches the thirst.
Let it in, the kind of morning that resets your skin. Open window season.
Fresh start, cold air in the kitchen, warm in the heart.
Open window season. Every weekend morning. Open window season. Yeah.
Got a book I've been meaning to start for 3 weeks, for maybe the art of buying books and then not reading them is something I've been seeding them all over the apartment. A system of intention, but Saturday wisdom said today's the day. Picked it up, sat in the chair beside the cup of coffee, light at the right angle. No notifications, no wrangle with the part of me that checks the screen, just the first page and then the second. And then I looked up and it was noon, which is the best thing a book can do. Read the whole thing, take the morning, let the story do its thing without warning. Read the whole thing, no summary, some things deserve the full discovery. Read the whole thing, Saturday. Saturday. Yeah. There's a paragraph I read 3 times, not because I missed it, but because the lines had something in them that I needed to sit with. The kind of writing that fits around something you already knew but couldn't say, and then someone new says it in a book on a Saturday, and you think, yeah, exactly, that's the way. I put a crease in the page, which I know some people have opinions on, so I did it anyway. It's my book, gave it the corner, took another look at the line, read on the morning moving. Read the whole thing, Saturday proving. Read the whole thing, take the morning. Let the story do its thing without warning. Read the whole thing, no summary. Some things deserve the full discovery. Read the whole thing. Saturday. I finished it around 2 in the afternoon, which felt both too fast and not too soon. Sat with the last page for a minute, the way you do when something had you in it. Completely looked out the window, back at the cover, took a long track through the morning in my memory. The coffee, the chair, the light, the reading. Felt like I'd done something with the day that wasn't productive in the usual way, but real, the kind of real that stays in the texture of the following days. As a reminder that Saturdays can hold a book, a chair, a morning, a story told all the way through. Nothing skipped. Read the whole thing, fully equipped. Read the whole thing, take the morning. Let the story do its thing without warning. Read the whole thing, no summary. Some things deserve the full discovery. Read the whole thing. Every Saturday morning. Read the whole thing. Saturday morning, made a list. Checked it twice like I was Santa, didn't miss a single thing. The eggs, the bread, the greens, the fancy soap that's somehow $17 now. I bought it anyway. Certain luxuries are non-negotiable, okay. Put the tote bag on like it was a statement. Went to the marketing for weekend placement on myself, the version that moves slow, that picks up things and puts them down and goes back for the thing I definitely didn't need. But the packaging was nice and I was free from the budget by the morning light. Grocery run on a Saturday feels right. Grocery run, take my time. Nothing on the calendar, nothing on the line. Grocery run, fill the bag with the ordinary things that make me glad. Grocery run, weekend morning. Grocery run. The cheese section took 11 minutes. I'm not ashamed of that, I'm committed to finding the right one for what I'm making, which I don't know yet, but I'll be taking this block of something aged and slightly fancy, and figuring it out with a little antsy anticipation, not the other kind. The market on a Saturday unwinds something in me that the week ties up. The fluorescent lights, the always full cup of hurry up and decide gone. Saturday morning grocery, moving on. My own time, my own pace, my own cart. Grocery run is genuinely an art. Grocery run, take my time. Nothing on the calendar, nothing on the line. Grocery run, fill the bag with the ordinary things that make me glad. Grocery run, weekend morning. Grocery run. I know it sounds like nothing, just errands, the kind of thing that nobody narrates into meaning, but here's what I found in the ordinary Saturday morning round. The market smells like bread and something green. The vendor who remembers what I mean when I say the usual, just the nod, the small acknowledgement that's not that odd. But land's warm anyway, the full bag, the walk home with the tote. No drag, no rush, no next thing, just the walk. The weekend morning doing all the talk for everything I couldn't say all week. Grocery run is the reset that I seek.
And there are things that make me glad. Grocery run, weekend morning, every Saturday morning. Grocery run. Grocery run.
The bench beside the fountain was already in the sun. Kids were racing bicycles like the day had just begun. Someone tossed a frisbee, someone brought a radio. A dog was chasing shadows everywhere we chose to go. We said we'd stay 5 minutes, maybe 10 at most. But every little corner had another reason not to go. The park was too nice to leave, the sky was way too blue. The trees kept dancing slowly, like they knew what to do. Nothing on the schedule, nothing we had to achieve. The afternoon was perfect, the park was too nice to leave. Ice cream melting faster than the stories that we shared. A paperback half finished and sunlight everywhere. We watched the clouds changing into shapes we'd never name. Somehow doing nothing felt a lot like winning. Some days aren't made for rushing, some hours shouldn't end. The world can wait a little longer when you're exactly where you've been. The park was too nice to leave, so we stayed a little more, watching every passing moment like we'd never seen before. The shadows growing longer, the evening up our sleeve. The day kept giving reasons, the park was too nice to leave.
Saturday hit different before 9. That specific quiet, that's entirely mine. Before the notifications, before the group chat pings, before the day decides what Saturday brings. I did a cartwheel in the hallway, don't judge. The ceiling's high enough and I needed to nudge the energy somewhere physical and fast. Some mornings you just need to move first and ask questions later. Why so happy, why so loud? Why making breakfast like a small proud chef up in the kitchen with no one watching? Because it's Saturday and that's not shocking. That's the whole point, that's the whole thing. Saturday morning's got a different ring. Something about this morning, something about the light, something about a Saturday that makes everything feel right. Cartwheel Saturday, moving like the morning's going my way. Cartwheel Saturday, nothing's heavy when the light hits this way. Cartwheel, throw it all into the morning before it gets small. Cartwheel Saturday, yeah, today is absolutely my day. Made a playlist for the kitchen set called the songs I haven't gotten tired of yet. Been adding to it since like 2019. It's basically a document of everything I've been through, every mood, every phase, every year. Hit shuffle and the first song that appeared was one I hadn't heard since a really good night 5 years ago. The memory came in right behind the beat. I stood there for a second, smiling at the stove. The eggs beckon, I flipped them perfectly, which never happens. Cartwheel energy is what that Saturday captures. The kind where everything just lands. Cartwheel morning, living in my hands. Cartwheel Saturday, moving like the morning's going my way. Cartwheel Saturday, nothing's heavy when the light hits this way. Cartwheel, throw it all into the morning before it gets small. Cartwheel Saturday, yeah, today is absolute version of me as a kid who woke up on Saturdays and just did whatever felt right. No guilt, no cost, no calendar to check, no time that's lost. Just cereal and cartoons and the knowing that the day was mine and it was flowing forward without friction, without weight. I'm trying to get back to that state, not by being younger, not by pretending, just by letting Saturday have its ending without me feeling every hour in Cartwheel in the hallway. Let's begin. Saturday, moving like the morning's going my way. Cartwheel Saturday, nothing's heavy when the light hits this way. Cartwheel, throw it all into the morning before it gets small. Cartwheel Saturday, yeah, today is absolutely my day. Every Saturday, every Saturday.
The coffee shops were closing, people heading home. The streets felt quieter now than they had all afternoon. A bus rolled through the corner, a train moved through the dark. The city started changing without really changing much. We didn't need another plan. We didn't need somewhere to be. The evening carried both of us a little further down the street. The streetlights came on one by one across the avenue, like little stars deciding the sky was coming too. The day was almost over, but nobody seemed to mind. The streetlights came on one by one, and we stayed a little while. The bakery locked its front door. The bookstore dimmed its sign. The places that we'd wandered through were saying their goodbyes. A bicycle rolled past us. Someone laughed from down the block. The city kept on breathing long after 6 o'clock. Funny how the smallest days become the ones you keep. Not because of something big, just moments you don't leave. The streetlights came on one by one. The evening settled in. The conversation softer now than they had ever been. Tomorrow can wait until tomorrow. Tonight is doing fine. Streetlights came on one by one, and we watched them all light up the night.
No alarm today, and I meant that. Phone face down, don't need it back. For at least another hour, maybe two. Sunday morning got a whole different hue. The light comes in at the angle I like. Not sharp, not sudden, just the right strike of yellow through the curtain, soft and wide. I stayed in bed another 20 just to ride that feeling out, the one when nothing's due, where the whole day stretches out brand new. Made coffee without checking anything first, just the kettle and the quiet and the thirst for nothing complicated, nothing planned. Sunday slow, that's all I understand. Sunday slow, Sunday slow. Nowhere I need to be, nowhere I need to go. Sunday slow, take it easy. This is the morning that was made for me. Sunday slow, yeah. Put the record on, the one I always play on Sunday morning, sets the tone for the day. Couldn't tell you what it's called right now, just that it sounds like permission somehow to be exactly what I am today. A person in the kitchen on a Saturday. Wait, Sunday, I always mix them up around 9 a.m. before the world decides what day it's been. Made eggs without a recipe, just feeling it. 3 things in the pan, not really dealing with the outcome being perfect, just the doing, the slow and ordinary kind of moving through a morning that asks nothing back. Sunday slow, and I'm right on track. Sunday slow, Sunday slow. Nowhere I need to be, nowhere I need to go. Sunday slow, take it easy. This is the morning that was made for me. Sunday slow, yeah. I read somewhere that rest is not a reward you earn at the end of something hard. It's just a thing you're supposed to do, like water, like sleep, like a Sunday slow too. I used to feel guilty on the mornings like this, like productivity was something I'd miss if I sat too long with the coffee and the light. But I've been learning that the slow is right. Not lazy, not behind, not falling short, just human in the realest sort of way, present, unhurried here. Sunday slow is something I hold dear. The morning stretching out without a cost. Nothing urgent, nothing due, nothing lost. Sunday slow, Sunday slow. Nowhere I need to be, nowhere I need to go. Sunday slow, take it easy. This is the morning that was made for me. Sunday slow, heavy Sunday slow. Sunlight tap dancing on my face. days. Tell the world I'm dropping out of the race. Just for 2 days I'm off the grid, living like a happy little kid, washing my face with the cool, fresh stream, living inside of a beautiful dream. The toaster pops up with a golden crunch, thinking about what to eat for my brunch. A little bit of music, a whole lot of space, a gentle smile spreading across my face. The world is beautiful when you take it slow, letting all the heavy baggage go. Oh, it's a sunshine Sunday, feel the stride, throw all your worries deep outside. We've got the music, we've got the light, everything is gonna be alright. Singing along with the morning bird, the sweetest song that you've ever heard. Walking outside in my favorite sneakers, hearing the wind whisper through the speakers of the nature around, so wild and free, under the shade of the old oak tree. No deadlines chasing, no bells to ring, just listening to what the heart wants to sing. Oh, it's a sunshine Sunday, feel the stride, throw all your worries deep outside. We've got the music, we've got the light, everything is gonna be alright. Singing along with the morning bird, the sweetest song that you've ever heard. If Monday comes, well, let it wait. Today we're opening a different gate, a gate to the garden where worries cease, and all we can find is a perfect peace. Oh, it's a sunshine Sunday, feel the stride, throw all your worries deep outside. We've got the music, we've got the light, everything is gonna be alright. Singing along with the morning bird, the sweetest song that you've ever heard. Yeah, everything's gonna be alright. Sunshine Sunday. Blanket wrapped around me like a cocoon, I don't care if I don't see the noon. The sunlight's painting patterns on the wall. I got no worries, none at all. My phone is on silent, leaning on the desk, giving my mind a much needed rest. Slowly getting up, stretching out my toes, where the day takes me, nobody knows. Maybe a cafe down on the street where the old friends and new stories meet. Or maybe I'll just stay in my room, watching the flowers on the balcony bloom. We're on a weekend trip without moving away, finding the magic in an ordinary day. Soft lo-fi beats running through my head while I'm drifting away on my cozy bed. Yeah, it's a good day, keeping it chill. Time is standing completely still. The scent of coffee filling up the air, washing away every single care. No traffic jam, no subways to catch, just a peaceful moment no money can match. I'm rich in time, I'm wealthy in peace, letting all the tension finally release. We're on a weekend trip without moving away, finding the magic in an ordinary day. Soft lo-fi beats running through my head while I'm drifting away on my cozy bed. Yeah, it's a good day, keeping it chill. Time is standing
This beautiful morning is a gift to you. We're on a weekend trip without moving away, finding the magic in an ordinary day. Soft lo-fi beats running through my head while I'm drifting away on my cozy bed. Yeah, it's a good day, keeping it chill. Time is standing completely still. Keeping it chill. Time is standing still. Foggy night turns into a bright day.
Yesterday's rain left a beautiful shine on the green leaves of the ivy vine. The air is crisp, the city's clean, the prettiest morning I've ever seen. I put on my favorite linen shirt, leaving behind all the weekday's dirt. The kettle is singing a familiar song. It feels so good to not belong to any meeting, to any crowd. The sky is clear, not a single cloud, just a quiet room and a peaceful mind, the sweetest treasure I could find. Oh, here comes the sun, melting the frost, finding the time that we thought we lost. The sweet piano playing in my soul, making my broken pieces whole. It's a beautiful morning, open your eyes underneath the clear blue weekend skies. Ice cubes clinking in a tall glass, watching the neighborhood cats just pass. They know the secret of a perfect day, just lying in the sun and melting away. No need to overthink, no need to plan. I'm just gonna do the best I can to rest. So here comes the sun, melting the frost, finding the time that we thought we lost. The sweet piano playing in my soul, making my broken pieces whole. It's a beautiful morning, open your eyes underneath the clear blue weekend skies. Sometimes the simplest things are the best. A little quiet time, a little rest. We don't need much to feel so alive, just a quiet place where our spirits thrive. Oh, here comes the sun, melting the frost, finding the time that we thought we lost. The sweet piano playing in my soul, making my broken pieces whole. It's a beautiful morning, open your eyes underneath the clear blue weekend skies. Under the blue skies, so bright. the pretense, stretching out my arms. Slept right through all of my weekday alarms. The sunlight's peeking through the balcony glass, watching the white clouds slowly pass. My slippers sliding on the kitchen tile. Looking at the mirror, I can see a smile. Humming the melody that I used to know. Pouring the milk, watching it softly flow. The butter's melting on the toasted bread. No heavy static buzzing in my head. Today is a blank page, crispy and clean. The sweetest escape that I've ever seen. And I feel the rhythm of the morning breeze, whispering secrets through the maple trees. Everything is moving at a gentle pace. We got that Sunday groove, keeping it light. Everything's easy, everything's right. Just pour another cup and let it slide. We got the whole wide weekend on our side. Step by step, we're dancing slow, wherever the sweet wind wants to blow. The radio's playing an old school tune. Soft shadows growing in the afternoon. I might go out for a walk in the park, or stay right here until the sky goes dark. There is no wrong way to spend the day when all of the pressure has faded away. And I feel the rhythm of the morning breeze, whispering secrets through the maple trees. Everything is moving at a gentle pace. We got that Sunday groove, keeping it light. Everything's easy, everything's right. Just pour another cup and let it slide. We got the whole wide weekend on our side. Step by step, we're dancing slow, wherever the sweet wind wants to blow. No need to rush into tomorrow's lane. We've got today to wash away the pain. Let the music play, let the time just stand, holding this piece in the palm of my hand. We got that Sunday groove, keeping it light. Everything's easy, everything's right. Just pour another cup and let it slide. We got the whole wide weekend on our side. Step by step, we're dancing slow, wherever the sweet wind wants to blow. Yeah, Sunday groove, just let it slide. Keep it light, keep it right. The alarm is sleeping, the world is slow. No rush this morning, nowhere to go. The shadow of the curtains dancing on the floor. I don't need to hurry out the door. A cup of warm coffee in my favorite mug. The steam is rising like a gentle hug. Faint sound of birds outside the window pane, washing away the dust of yesterday's rain. The clock is ticking, but it feels so kind, leaving all the heavy thoughts behind. I take a deep breath, let the sunlight in. This is where my perfect day begins. Oh, it's
It's a lazy Saturday, a beautiful view. The sky is turning into a perfect blue. Nothing is urgent, everything's fine. Just living in this moment, entirely mine. Yeah, the weekend's here, making me smile. I'm gonna sit right here and stay a while. The streets are quiet, the breeze is sweet. Barefoot walking on the wooden sheet. A book half opened, a song in the air. I find a little peace of mind right there. No schedules to keep, no lines to trace, just drifting away in my own space. Oh, it's a lazy Saturday, a beautiful view. The sky is turning into a perfect blue. Nothing is urgent, everything's fine. Just living in this moment, entirely mine. Yeah, the weekend's here, making me smile. I'm gonna sit right here and stay a while. Even if the fog rolls in later tonight, right now this morning light feels so right. We've been running so hard all through the week. This is the comfort that we used to see. Saturday, a beautiful view. The sky is turning into a perfect blue. Nothing is urgent, everything's fine. Just living in this moment, entirely mine. Yeah, the weekend's here, making me smile. I'm gonna sit right here and stay